All right, guys, how's it going? It's been a little bit. So I have a nice echo going. Let me hit that real quick. Let's go with audio. Oops, I need properties. Wrong thing. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to. So let's get this going here. Let me hit properties. I do have the monitor off, so I'm wondering what's going on. Let's try that. Okay, that didn't work. How about this? It's not working here. Maybe I have something else going. How about now? Nope, I've really got an issue here. Alright, well, I'll just turn it off. I'll turn it down. I don't want to restart. I'll go back through and look at it later. But we'll see how this is. Let me do the chat here. Boom, there we go. And that should do it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get started on this. We're going to be building the Harry Potter Rise of Voldemort. It has 4 minifigs. And actually, you could even say it has 5 minifigs because it has the statue on top of the gravestone is actually a big statue of another minifig, which I kind of dig. It's pretty cool. But we have Harry Potter. We got Lord Voldemort. We have Peter Pettigrew, sorry. And then we, of course, the Death Eater. So we have the 4 of those. And this should be a quick build. It's got 184 pieces, and we can just chat and stuff like that, which would be good. And then when we do the speed build on this, which would be very short speed build, but I usually give background. And I'm going to try to dig into this to see if there were any thing going on behind the scenes during the shooting of this scene. So, but anyway, let's move forward. This will be fast, like I said, a small build. So I'm going to do good old Harry Potter. And he's got 2. So let's go the Grimace. So this is an action scene. And I'm looking forward to building it because of it's got moving parts to it. So it's not quite the big mechanical build like my last one, the galloping horses, but it's still pretty cool. So we have Harry Potter right here, and get this going. Boom. At least I think we'll get this going. I'm not sure. How does that click in? It just clicks in there. Okay. It's pretty big for this here, so let's slide it up. How about that? I'll just slide it up. Yeah, it's not really clicking in. Who has this kind of time for a wand to get in there? Yeah, it's just not going in. Alright, so I'll just do it that way. Alright, so we have Harry Potter, and let's go with Peter. And put a grimace on his face as well. There we go. And wasn't Peter Scappers? I think that he was, if I remember right. Not 100%. But the nice thing is he's got 2 little daggers, which is cool. So we'll put him in there. All right, so now we have Peter. Next thing is we'll do the Death Eater, which is pretty sweet. I do like the Death Eater. And then I want to say, I think I heard that this was the only place you can get either, was it or the special, was it Voldemort or the Death Eater? I'm not 100% sure. I'll find out during the during the speed build as some history on this, so I'll find that out. I want to say that there was some kind of special thing about this particular build that was unique, besides it being an action build. And of course I can't get this guy on there. Alright, why are these wands so doggone tough? Doesn't want to fit on. Main part is trying, there we go. So it just popped off and shot across there, so I won't worry about it. I'll find it here in a little bit, but it shot way over there because it popped off the hand. Alright, now let's do Voldemort. And of course he's bold and evil. Evil. Now let's see if I can get this wand on. Alright, well that one fit pretty well. So I don't want to put a white wand in the Death Eater's hand, so I'll just wait. Let me see if I can see this real quick. Oh, here's another wand, so I'll use this guy. There's so many wands. Alright, and yep, that fits in there. Alright, there we go. Of course it's in the wrong hand because it's got one flesh color hand and one death colored hand. So we got those guys. It's good. Another wand. So we have tons of wands. This set comes with the four figures, and all of them are holding something, which is pretty cool. So moving on from there, we'll set this guy right here. The bad guys against the single lone Harry Potter. All right, and I need 2 discs. 2 clips. Now the one thing is, I'm not sure which bags had what things. Well, it seems to be that's all big stuff. So, what's up, Joe? Let's see what we got. I need 2 clips. And this guy. So boom. Put that over there. And there's a clip. So it's a dark gray. I have a green one, but I need a dark gray. So I'm going to set that green one over to the side. I got a couple green ones. Almost. I thought I found the gray. Yeah, it's definitely a gray clip. There it is. Okay. So we got that, and the glass, the clear, and looks like a gray cap, but that doesn't go all the way through. Well, I'm not seeing any of the gray caps that are sealed. Maybe, is it a green one? Maybe it's green. No, it's definitely not green. Alright, so we'll just use one of the caps. That you need? Nothing. I don't need anything. Thanks. Alright, so slide this on. And then that goes on here upside down. Like that. Alright, cool. And then the cap will go attached to this, and that falls right inside here, which is pretty sweet. Alright, that's pretty cool. And then these clip on opposite sides. Okay. Boom. We've got that going. All right, now we're building the whole scene. So it cracks me up. All right, we need one of these. And you just set it there, and that's the first step after all the other steps. So and 2 of these guys. Okay. Looks like it goes like that. We set this over to the side. And we have another one that goes... There we are. And 4 of these orange. 2, 3, 4. And 1 of these. So this goes on the center piece here. And then... All right. Hey, mister, how's it going? I've got my volume down. For some reason, it's repeating everything I'm saying. I must have the setting wrong. But I appreciate you jumping in. And there we go. So 2 of these. Where are you at? What am I? There they are. They're darker. And these will go opposite here, just like that. So it's a quick build. Usually I do builds with light kits, but this one's got motion. And I'll look later to see if I want to get a light kit for it. I'm not sure I do. It's a small little build. Although light kits add, that's for sure. And with the motion, there might be some unique stuff like that. Oh, you know what I noticed? Is I've got this guy holding the wand. There you go. He's got to hold the wand the correct way. There. Boom. Okay, moving on. Page 10. 2 of these and 1 of these. All right. And it looks like this just goes here. And then these. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. And let's see. I've got some unique builds here. There's one. I need 2 of those. And 2 of these corner builds here. There we are. So we'll turn this around. And we have the corners here. Pretty sweet. You know what? I washed my hands before I was recording, and the problem with that is it makes everything slick with the slick aspect of the Legos. It makes them hard to grip. I should go and just rub some dirt in my hands before the builds, that's for sure. Okay, we need 2 of these, 1, 2, and they just go right on top. And let's see, 1 and a brick. There it is. Bang, just like that. And this goes along the back, comes across. So I dig this little crypt, that's for sure. It's pretty sweet. The price on this set, when I got it, I think I picked it up at Walmart, and it was $44.99, so $45. I don't think I picked it up the first dozen times I saw it, and finally I was just like, it's a motion, let me check it out. I thought $45 for this amount of pieces was outrageous, but I wanted to see the motion, and it's a quick build, so I go back and forth. I love the long builds because they're big, beautiful sets, but sometimes just recording a quick build is fun as well. It's nice to sit in one setting and complete a build. It doesn't happen for me very often, but it's nice. Okay, and so 2 of these guys, 1, 2, and 1 corner, and then 1 flat plate right here. All right, so that'll go here. This goes here, just like that, and looks like these guys are back to back. So like this and like that. Okay, looks good. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Let me find a corner. There it is. Or an angle. Don't worry, Charlie. I've got an angle. And that guy. And two of these. One and... Alright. I'll set that there and two. So... looks like these guys go side by, well, almost side by side, and then this will fit this way, and then the angle finishes this ceiling design. There it is. All right, looking good. Okay, so I need a flat plate. That's not a flat plate. What color is it? Okay, I need this guy. And it's definitely a flat, it looks like a dark gray. So let me see if I can see that. Usually it's hidden under, oh, maybe it's not gray, maybe it's green. Because I have a green, but it looks gray. So it's here somewhere, it's probably just upside down. There it is. It was upside down. Okay, so there we go. So this will go across the tops here. And this goes, not quite sure if it goes in both, no, it doesn't go in both holes, but it goes in one hole. So kind of like that at an angle, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Yep, just like that. And now I get the plate, and it has a sticker. There aren't very often stickers anymore. They're usually printed on the bricks, which I love. Stickers I'm not as much a fan of as I used to be, but here we are. And let me get my trusty tool. So the way I put the stickers on, people told me it was unique. I think it was just, I don't think it was meant to be unique. It was just the way that it was. So I don't like getting the fingerprints on there, right? But these little flat tweezers that I get out of the light kits work really well. So that they don't have any way to really damage. They don't have a strong sticking point. You know, it's pretty thin. So I'll just lay it on there, and I can still hold on to it to put it on there. And actually, I probably put it on there a little bit big, so I'm going to not touch the front, just do the corner piece there, so it's right here. And now let me lay this on. All right, that looks pretty good. All right. It's just a quick way, and it looks decent. So let's put that on the front here. Yep, it goes right here. I'm going to lay it down so it's got a little bit of strength so I can press down on it and not put it in upside down. There we go. It's all in there, nice and easy peasy. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Now, page 16. And let me see here. I need the big grass. I need a light green one. Right, here we go. One of those. And two of the wrenches. 1, 2. Okay, so. Alright, and these go on the back, and they kind of hold everything in place. So this will go here. And then on the back here, right here, this kind of pops in there, and then that kind of seats it in. So put this one in here like that, and now this will go right here. And again, it does kind of seat it in. It looks like it's kind of, they're kind of flat. All right, nice. So we got that. Good, good. And two 1x4 plates and two green caps. 1, 2. All right. Now we set these up here. They're on the inside track. Yeah, I would appreciate it. I had this set up on there, but I was getting an echo out of this. But yeah, I would definitely appreciate it. For some reason, there was an update on OBS, and it totally screwed my whole setup in, and so I haven't been able to fix it or whatever. I need an editor. I have my regular editor guy, and I send him the finished product, but I need someone in here that would point me in the right direction and all that stuff. So anything you can give, any kind of information, I deeply appreciate it. So I hope you're still here. Since I didn't hear it come on, and usually it reads it, but like I said, things upgraded or updated, and it totally messed up all my settings. So I'll have to spend some time on it. But any pointers you have, deeply appreciated. Let's see here. Two of these. One, two. When I first started, I can't tell you how many times I missed the chats because I didn't hear them come in, just like now. And I had it all fixed and all that working, and then it went all to hell. So. All right, what do we got? Two of these, two of these. There it is. Okay. Boom. And we do this twice, it says. Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, I had it set so they would read off and all that. And the downside was if I had a raid that showed up, it would have 30 or 40 introductions of each person. And, and so that would crack me up, but I didn't have a fix. I could either have one or the other, either read everything or read nothing. So, but I'm sure it's not unique, although it is a pain in the ass. But anyway, tell you what, I did a build called the Galloping Horses, and if you get a chance, take a look at the speed build. Now, I built two of them by accident. Well, it wasn't by accident. I just didn't need to build two, and then I did. So the first one I recorded, but that was right after they did the update, and everything, I got half of everything. It seemed to stop recording halfway through, but it didn't show up on here that I wasn't recording. So I bought another one and did a speed build on it and stuff like that. And so it's mechanical, and I wanted to add a battery to it to run it itself, but I decided to put the two horses side by side and run them that way. And the lighting kit is on one, and the sets came out really well. So I need to add that to the beginning of the speed build. Maybe we'll edit it and add it in there. But it was pretty cool. I love doing either lights or mechanical. And that was the first thing I ever did with the Technic stuff. The Technic stuff is amazing. But trying to get it all work together, man, that took me a while to watch it, look at it, and figure it out. It took me, not constant week, but I probably spent a week or a week and a half just looking at it, trying to figure out how I can build this, because it goes backwards, so I had to rotate the motor differently. It was interesting, and I'm really happy with the outcome, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that goes, man, why'd you do it like that? But that's how you learn, so I appreciate all that stuff here. Let me see what you got here. I thought I had this set up to come through, but more or Scotty. Okay, if it's a Mac. No, I use Windows. I love Mac stuff, but there's much more availability out there for Windows, so that's why I've decided to do it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of using that, and it must be that's pretty common because you're saying resign yourself to it. And as far as headsets and stuff like that, I do have a Bluetooth headset that I have, and I also have earbuds that I use as well. The headset's nice because it lets people know that you are on headset. The earbuds are nice because you can't see that you're on. But there, I did have it set up before where I didn't hear any echo because it was off, but I would hear people come in. And I do have it set up that way now. It's like the monitor setup in the OBS. So I have all the monitors off. But as you can tell, I have a serious echo. And I shouldn't. So there's something new I think I need to hit. So, but anyway, let me see here. What else you got on there? So Scotty Rotten. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. All right. So let me jump back here. And if I miss that you sent something, give me a second and I'll see it eventually. Let me see. So I got those two. I need this and how many of these? One of these. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's too long. There we go. Boom. And then this will go here. All right. There we are. All right. Two of these. Oh, okay. Bum, bum, bum. So, have you heard about the reboot they're doing with Harry Potter? I enjoyed the movies, but I wasn't a super big fan. I read up through about up to about halfway through book 4, and then I was over Harry Potter, and that's too bad because, in my opinion, the fourth movie is the best of all of them. I really like it. Was that the Goblets of Fire, or that was the third one, right? But I'm not sure. But it was Goblets of Fire is a pretty awesome stuff. I'm reading through your stuff right here. All right, I appreciate that. I will. I will look for you on Discord. I have Discord. It's just I don't use it enough. It seems like to learn a lot for very little for what I need. Although I can see the benefit of Discord if you have something big going on and the different folders and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But for what I'm doing here, I do, like I said, I do have it, but I rarely use it. Maybe I need to start using it to really understand the value, right? So, but anyway, let me write this stuff down. All right, cool, man, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So it's just it's a TV series, or is it going to be a movie series like the original Harry Potter thing? I haven't. I just heard that they were rebooting it, and I've seen, I think, a couple of the actors. I saw the kid playing Harry Potter. At least I think I did, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. So I got these two. I need this guy. One. And that'll go. Oh, flip it over. There we are. All right. Okay. Boom, boom. Nice. Gotcha. That's cool. Yeah, I'm on Mountain Standard Time, so that's going to be 7, it looks like. Um, and so that's on Twitch I'm assuming that's on Twitch, right? All right, cool. Let me write that down. Miku Sands. MOC. All right, cool. Awesome Blossom. Okay, so we got this and one of these guys. All right, and 1, 2, 3. Bam. Put that on there. Yeah. Okay, and now this goes right here. Okay. Boom. It's a Brady Bunch style stream. Nice. That's pretty cool. It sounds pretty helpful. So how many of these? I need 2 of these and 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay. Day for me. All right. Put this on here like that. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So now we have these going on. There we are. So 2 of these guys right there, and 2 of these. Okay, boom and boom. So Brady Bunch style. All right. And this goes on the inside here. And this one will go here. Okay. All right, look at that. We're on page 24. I dig it. Okay. Boom. And one more of these. And all right, looks like it goes on the center here. And some green. I need some green. 1. Boom. One more. Okay. Flying through this. Dun, dun, dun. Says 2 of these. So 1. Where are you? My other one. There it is. Of course, it's upside down. Okay. We'll slide this on here. Boom. Nice. Yep. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot there, buddy. I enjoy doing this, and it would be nice if I could enjoy the streaming part of it, which I want to. There's always a lot involved, right? And I'm trying hard not to be the old guy that doesn't want to learn anything. Especially since I like playing with toys. So. All right. So we got these here. Interesting. Okay. And 2 of these. All right. Put that on there. Cool. Nice. Okay, 1 of these. And one of these. And that goes across the back. Okay. Gotta like, that's what I love about the Lego stuff. You don't know what the heck you're building until it's practically done in your hands sometimes. And there we go. And two of these. Slide this over here. And it looks like these go. Yeah. One down and one to go. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't feel old. That's what I'm saying. I strive hard to try to keep up with some of the stuff I enjoy doing. I find it makes it easier. So, all right, we got these. All right, let me slide this over here a little bit and get it out of the way. And okay, so snap this on here. I say that, and here I am struggling. What the heck is the deal? Nope, almost, but not quite. Huh. Not quite sure why. Maybe I'm trying to put it on too. It looks like it fits right on there. Okay, I'm not sure that that's correct. Matter of fact, I'm pretty confident it's not, so. I'm just not understanding here. Oh, let me back it up a little bit. Nope, I don't know. Of course, I'm getting all kinds of glare on this book. All right, so it's supposed to go here, like this. All right, so maybe if I put it like that, it'll be easier to put it on here. Maybe I need to put the right one on. How about that, Dave? Look at that. All right. All right, we've got this here. Yeah, I do have it seems like the hardest part is on the affiliation with Twitch isn't to get enough followers, but it's to get the people to on the different shows on how many you need to get on the on each show. And it's not a high number, but it seems like that's the trick, right? So, but I appreciate that. And so don't be surprised if you see me on there tonight. I'll probably be a lurker for a little bit, but I usually jump in and chat. So you're obviously familiar. It's not a lot of people, right? But it is when you're first starting out. As far as you can get a couple people on there, but rarely at the same time. Sometimes, unless a raid hits. Like I said, I did have the raid, which was really sweet, and that brought me a nice handful of followers, which was cool. So I hit everything except for the average, I think, is what I'm missing. But I don't have enough people yet, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so we have this part set up. What's next? 1, All right, come on now. It says I need 2 of these, and I'm not seeing a second one, so it's buried somewhere. Well, I'm not seeing it. I got that. Where does it go? So 1 is going to go here. 1 is going to go here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so got that right there. Excellent. This and 2 of these angles. All right, so there's that trap right there. I'll dig it. Okay. Oh, I see. I already did something. Let me pull this off here. We'll put that on this way. Turn this around. Okay, there we go. And this comes across here. All right. And now the angle comes here. All right. Oh, hey. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading your stuff here. Yep, indeed. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. So, but I do appreciate it. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So we got this guy and that and 2 orange clears. Let me slide this over here. We'll put that there. This goes in the center. And 1 will go here, and the other one will go here. All right, so there we go. Boom, boom. Okay, and now 1 green there. So where's this going? Okay, this goes up top here. Okay. All right. So 1 of these here. And this will go here. Did I miss something? Maybe I missed a page here. Because I'm seeing something that I did not put in. Oh, I did. I completely missed a page. So we'll bring these up here. Boom. And oh, I just missed parts of it. That's all. So 1, 2. And these bright green fangs. All right. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I enjoy helping people on the little bit I do know, that they might not know, that's for sure. All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, and enjoy your time. Thanks for swinging in. I definitely appreciate it for sure. Okay, so we got that going. All right, that looks a little better. All right, now we're back. This guy goes over here, it looks like. on the green. There we go. Boom. Okay. And I dig it. All right, one. Turn it over. Get this and two of these darker grays. Yes. All right. And it looks like these go here and here, and then this goes, looks like it goes about right there. All right, we shall see. Okay, two green. Is it two green? Yes, two green clamps. There's one. Where's the other one? All right, come on now. There. Oh, there. Boom, right there. Okay. And one gray and one green. And two angles. One angle. All right, and this flips over. We have this way. And this goes at an angle like that. The second one goes just a little bit away, right there. Okay. And this goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and fits right there. This will go up here. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. And all right, so there we go. Bam! I like it. And got a gray, one gray, one angle, and the weird cap. I saw it earlier. I was like, what the heck is that? There it is. So I don't know what that is. Looks like a fish or a cap of some nature. One and a green, or gray rather. All right, so we have this, and this goes on the end. Boom, like that. The cap goes here. This snaps on there pretty nice. Huh. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, it goes up. Goes up like this, and then this goes here. That's interesting. And then that will go here. Yeah. Kind of like that. All right, so there's that. Interesting. I like it. And we got one of these, and that kind of goes, looks like it goes down like this. Come on there. There we are. All right. So it's in there some ways. Oh, and then this will clip. All right. So this clips here. Hold this up here like that. Hey, how's it going there, Jones? Just building a little Harry Potter. And so this is an action, or the fight between Harry Potter and Voldemort. All right. Okay. Something like that. And this is supposed to go down, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so that part's done. I'm almost done with this. Decided to do a small build today, which they're fun to make. It's nice to sit in one setting and build a Lego every now and again. Okay. Looks like we're kind of repeating this on the other side. You know what? My favorite Harry Potter movie is, I think, The Goblet of Fire. And I think the reason why, and of course the ending when you find out all the details of Snape, which was awesome. But I think I really enjoyed the Harry Potter movie, and that's because Patterson was in it, and I reckon I didn't know him when I first saw Harry Potter. I was like, who's this guy? But his acting was fantastic, and I'm certainly glad to see that it continued going on. I loved him as Batman. I thought the movie was fantastic. I think they finally did Batman the way he was supposed to be, which was he's a broken guy. He watched his parents get killed in front of him as a kid. He's got issues, and they did that really well. But Harry Potter, definitely the Goblet of Fire is my favorite, and then of course just the ending revelations that they did. What about you? What's your favorite, and why? All right, so flip that over. Two of these. All right, where are you? Okay, seem to be missing a... I am missing an angle of some nature. I have plenty of angles, but maybe I used it earlier and I didn't need to, although I've only used one. But... oh, here they are. They're right there. Okay, so I got that. One of these. One of these. Okay, and two of these guys. Tell you, this lighting here is just kicking my butt. There we go. Okay, so. Set this down here. Looks like that goes there. And this will go here. Boom. Nice. Okay. And the angle goes here. And that'll fit there. And then this will go here. I think I got that all set. Yep. Boom. All right, Jones. Which one's yours, bub?
At Jones 117 Halo said, okay, I don't know a lot about Harry Potter. I think I have only seen the 1, 2, and 3 when I was a child. But I am more into Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Have you seen the Mandalorian and Grogu movie?
I haven't seen that movie yet. I heard that it wasn't the best, but it would take a lot for me to think that, because I thoroughly enjoyed the series. But apparently there's some issues that they have with Grogu. He just kind of regressed instead of got better or faster or stronger or whatever. I mean, what, he's 50 years old as the whatever that life form is, right? The Yoda series guy. But I'll still see it. I'm hoping it's a lot better than what they're saying. I don't think it's bad. It got a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes as far as people seeing it. So, I mean, that's not bad, right? That's an A minus, they're saying, or something like that. I don't go a lot by that stuff, but that's what they're saying. So, how about you? Have you seen it yet, or do you plan to? Okay, let's put this here. I don't know. I live in a small town that doesn't really have a movie theater, so that means I have to go and travel. And I usually go to a place called God dog it, Canyon City, and they have a nice little cheap theater there. So I like seeing the movies there. It's very reminiscent of when I was a kid, way back in the '70s, and had the walk-ins and stuff like that. Um, it's inexpensive. It's still $8 to see the movie, so I might go and see it there. Let me see. There that is. Put that there. Oh, another sticker. So put the sticker on there. There we go. Boom. And okay, we'll set that there. I'll put this here. All right. Put that sticker on there. That will go on top of here. So like that. Nice. Okay. The makings of the tombstone, which is pretty sweet. Boom and boom. And that goes on the sides here. Okay. Put that on the side there. Finish it up. Do you do? Have you done any Harry Potter Legos?
At Jones 117 Halo. Said. Yes, I liked it, but it's like 3 episodes if they made the season 4. There was not a lot of Easter eggs, but the story was pretty good.
Nice.
Do you know Chris Claremont?
Oh yeah, any X-Men fan would know Chris Claremont, right? All right, so this will go here. I met Chris Claremont when I had my comic shops when I was in Florida. They used to do summits every year. Diamond Comics would hold a summit, and all of the shop owners would go there, and we'd be wooed by all the creators and the writers, all of them, the artists, the writers, everyone. I met Chris Claremont probably 3 years in a row, and then and you name it, I met all of them there because they were all trying to push their comics. That was during the time when the independent stuff was just really starting to grow. Image Comics just started, so I had all them guys, Todd McFarlane, you name it, all the Jim Lee, all of them that had left Marvel, they were pushing their stuff, and that was pretty cool. And one of my favorite guys I met though was Peter David, who's a writer and has done a lot of Star Trek novels as well as like the Hulk. He's the one that came up with the Mechanic, the Hulk version called the Mechanic, and but it was pretty cool. I actually have I had, of course, at that time, there was no, you had your answering service. You didn't have an electronic one. You just had a phone answering device at your house. So I brought tape recorder, and I had all of the different creators say, "Hey, thanks." The name of my shop was called the Time Machine, and so this is when I lived in Florida, there in Bradenton and Sarasota. But they would say, whatever their message they wanted to say on people calling the Time Machine. So every day I would change it. I probably had 30 different creators, including Jim Lee and including Frank Miller, and Chris Claremont, and a couple other ones. So, and that was pretty cool. That was way back when, and I wish I still had the recordings. They're somewhere. They're probably in storage somewhere. But it was pretty sweet. All right. Oh, hey, that goes. Let's see here. How does this fit on there? Oh, at an angle like this.
At Jones 117 Halo said, "Me too. I talked with him at Paris 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh, sweet.
He gave me an autograph too.
Nice.
I said to him that I didn't know a lot about the X-Men, but I found them cool and I watched some movies."
Nice. Well, he's a super nice guy. At least he was when I met him. It sounds like he was similar as well. It's great when they sit and spend time and chat with you about different things. So that's always sweet. So what did you have him sign? And one more green clip. There we go. All right, bang, and this guy goes here. Hiding my feeling. Okay, so we'll snap this into place here. Boom, just like that. And that will go right there. All right, there we go. All right, it's getting close. And this will snap on here.
At Jones 117 Halo said, "Yes, he was very kind."
Now, when I saw him, he was a little overweight, not over the top and stuff like that. And he always said he wanted to lose weight. So 3 years in a row, I saw him, and he would always bring up his weight. I guess that's what made me think of it. And but anyway, super sweet guy. I'm glad to see that he's still that way. Okay, so we got this. I'm going to set this over here with Harry Potter. Boom, boom. And red, one of these, and this weird thing. Whatever, oh, it's like a baby esophagus. Okay. Oh, and they just go inside. Well, that's pretty sweet. Is there any... Nothing in general, just kind of fit in there, huh? All right. Of course, they have it sitting up like it's supposed to sit up in some way. I don't know why. It's just a whole bunch of pieces that you can't really make out. So the drawing makes it look cooler, right? But anyway, I'll put some extra pieces in there and that'll be sweet. But it's going to go right here. All right, there we go. Oh, now we're building the angel. The angel of death, I'm sure. All right, so we got that. Where is the head piece? Did he roll off somewhere? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we have this. Can't keep hiding my feelings. Man, I've been listening to Boston all morning, so it's just ringing through my head. Okay. Oh, hey. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay, the big faceless nothing. And now we put the wings on. I love the ingenuity that Legos always presents, right? And let me see. We got these, and we have these two guys. All right, so this will go here. And this snaps on here, just like that. Nice. That's cool. That is just cool stuff. Put this on. And just like that. Cool, man. Boom. And now we do the staff. Okay, got that. And the sword. Okay. Oh, it's like a sickle of some nature, right? And very cool. And now, oh, needs to go in his other hand. So hold on. There we are. And then he fits. Let's get these wings up. That's pretty cool, man. I dig it. And is that it? I got some other pieces here. All right, so Voldemort sits right here. Oh, of course. There we go. All right. Harry Potter. So I'm kind of done. I've got some of these other pieces here I'm going to throw in there.
17 Halo.
Yep.
Said. Oh yes, it looks cool.
Yeah. So, and there's some action sequences to it. So once I put it all together, we'll do the action stuff. Oh, you know what? I think I put something on backwards. I did. So hold on. I did. I totally put this thing on backwards, but that's okay. I can access it through the bottom. Take off Voldemort. Lift this up this way, turn this way. There we go. Now I'll put that on this way here. Okay. All right. There we go. And now I'll take these guys. Yep. I gotta pry this off here real quick. There we go, there's one. And we'll turn.
17 Halo. Said.
You know what? I don't, and I need to, right? I mean, that's the key. I tried it before, but I never was able to keep it. But I'm getting closer to doing that. So if you follow along, check out my other videos on YouTube. Of course, Twitch doesn't keep them, right? But I do have quite a few, especially the speed builds. So I record live building the set, and then I have an editor that I'll send the videos to him. He's a good friend of mine, and send the videos to him, and we'll edit it together and create a speed build. And usually I give trivia during the speed build. So I have a voiceover and does trivia. So I'm really looking forward to what I find out about this scene in the movie, to see if there was any behind the scenes, if they had some issues with something. I love checking out stuff like that, especially movie stuff. So if you follow along, get a notification, take a look at them. And I'm glad you brought up the schedule, because I need to get on that. I know that that's key, right? So usually Mondays I'm at work, so Sundays are great times to build. And then I also do the weeknights and stuff like that, but not on the schedule. But good question. It makes me rethink, or actually makes me put the focus back on doing that. So, all right, now that we have this set up better, there we go. And Voldemort. What else do we need? Is that it? Let's see.
At Jones 117 Halo said, yeah, because I'm very busy and I do my best to watch your live. I will be on vacation on June 30th if you want to know.
Nice. Where are you going? Are you staying around, or are you just going somewhere particular? Boom. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It said action stuff, but it's pretty weak stuff. So this will pop in this way. Maybe it's designed to hide him. Oh, maybe that's what it is. All of a sudden he pops up. Ha ha! Harry Potter. So let's do that. So if we do this, that's still weak sauce. Let me see. Let's put this guy like that. Boom. Da, da, da. That's got to be it, right? All right. But anyway, that is the complete build. I'm going to add some flair and stuff here. So I got some extra pieces. So let's see where we can put some of this stuff here. Maybe we can put it right there. Boom. I don't know where we put the others. The bones, definitely got to keep the bones. Okay.
I don't know. My cousins are going to the U.S. because my uncle is American and my aunt French, but she lives in U.S.
Nice. Well, cool. Anytime you can go on vacation, man. Even not the best location is a great vacation. But anyway, that's the end of the build here. I appreciate you swinging in and saying hi. It's nice that I'm able to have people check out the stream while I'm going live. But anyway, it was pretty quick. This was a real quick build, which I like. It was $45, I think is way over the top. But I thought this had action, like if they're battling Harry Potter and Voldemort were battling. But it absolutely does not. It has movement where you can have some movement here, but it's pretty weak sauce. But anyway, there's the build. I hope it helps you determine if you want to get it or not. It's still cool looking. It's a nice little small thing you can do. how long have I been building now? A little over an hour, and that's been talking with people off and on. So my guess is it would take a half hour to build it, which is sweet. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this is fun. Jones, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for giving me something to think about on trying to set up a schedule. I have much more time. I can do it. Enjoy your work, man. Have a good one. And thanks, everybody. Thanks for swinging in and saying hi and giving me the suggestions that you have. Take care.